Hello there, you guys. I'm gonna let y'all start getting the notifications. I see one person is on here. Hey, the Black Barbie. Yeah, I was in class last night and I had some work that I had to make up last night. So, yeah. Um, the Black Barbie, I gotta go. I was called and told today that I had a package. So I gotta get over there tomorrow. Hi, Chocolate. Hi, Naya, Clarinetta, Queen Bohannon. I was called today and told that I had a package. So I'm going to, so I did get it. So I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. Hey, Elena. We're just waiting for more people to come in. I appreciate that, the Black Barbie. I know I'm going to like it. I know the baby is going to like it. Hey, Tyranny. Oh, I'm gonna put everybody's gifts. It's March and I ain't got everybody's gifts out. I'm gonna put them by the door because they need to be in my car. Because when I think about them, I think I'm going past the post office. I go, oh shit, it ain't even in the car. How is everybody doing tonight? So you guys, I was looking at the progress of my work in my legal class. You know, my progress report, and my teacher put in my progress report. Excellent work. Excellent work. Oh, that just made me so happy because I thought, you know, learning all these terms, which I knew a lot of them anyways. But just she's I like how she's doing it though, because she loves to teach about how to run a law firm and all of that good stuff. So I think it's pretty much what she's the way that she's doing it is really awesome. But just all of the legal terms, a lot of them I was familiar with. So, but one thing about it when you're taking these legal classes, they like for you to answer questions in like 3-4 paragraphs. So, like me, I'm really bad about typos, like typing stuff up. I was looking at an old report that I had written when I was out in the private sector, because you know we used to have to write up reports. And I was looking at that report because I was looking for another report, and I was like, "Oh my freaking god!" I know, just fastly writing it up, all of the typos. I was like, "Lord have mercy." And that's been, oh my god! I was like, I know they think I'm illiterate. So it's always good to, but when you're, a lot of times when I was typing up those reports, it was late. And I hated, because I had a lot of notes and I hated typing them up. I just wanted to finish and hit the send button. But I'm so happy that, oh, yeah. Uh, there's a lot of people say that they don't wash their braids. I have to wash mine. I'm so glad I got that out the way tonight. I was like, let me go ahead and wash my hair and stuff before I even get on here. Mmm, the conditioner smells so good. All right, you guys. I want to talk about, of course, the war that we're in. Moneybag Yo, y'all know Moneybag Yo has been trending all over social media. A young man um, got on social media. Hey, to 2024, a young man had gotten on social media um, stating that Moneybag Yo was at his house. And supposedly, it was his house, his girl that he bought for his girl, and all of that. And he says that Moneybag supposedly has a child with the girl, right? And he didn't appreciate it. He didn't appreciate Moneybag being at the house. Hold on one second, you. I'm trying to pull it up. Yeah, hit the like button. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so this is the girl that he supposedly has a child with. But I mean, he probably has children with about 20, 30 women. He got a lot of kids, anyways. It says, "Ooh wee, this is messy." Not Moneybag Yo allegedly caught cheating on Ari Fletcher. A man claiming to be the current boyfriend of the mother of one of Bag's children, a woman many people are just now learning about, says he pays the bills at the house, funds her lifestyle, and even helps her take care of the child she shares with Bag. Now he is alleging that Bag was inside the very home he finances and is calling it blatant disrespect. He took to social media and aired everything out. And now some people are saying men only forgive cheating so they can cheat in peace. Is this crossing boundaries? Okay, so that's Ari on the left. This is the girl, supposed allegedly the girl on the. He definitely has a type. Oh, Bag just look too much like a woman to me. The young man says, I'm trying to figure out what Moneybag Yo doing at a house where I pay bills at. I understand you and ouch. Is that ouch bossy? Have a baby together, champ, but don't disrespect a house where I'm taking care of everything. You wanted to see your daughter while you're in town, cool, but do that shit at your hotel or your bus or wherever. I just bought this girl bought a car 2 days ago, and she got the nerve to do some wild shit like this. And in the crib, baby father or not. So, do you all think that that was disrespectful for her to have Moneybag Yo over at the house? If he bought the house, then I guess. Thank you, Miss Mildred. If he bought the house, do they live together? Okay. I mean, I would feel a way too. Why is Moneybag over there? He says that Moneybag does not claim the child. Has been secretive about, does not never claimed her or the child. So why is he over there? So I mean, I'm listen. I think I would be in the same boat as the guy. Why is Moneybag over there? And I think I read a little bit more about it. They say she called the police on him. She ended up calling the police on the guy. I think I read that. Um, I want to find it. Um, let's see. But Moneybag and Ari, they got a. It seems to me that they have. It seems to me that they got some type of open relationship, because Ari did speak about um, that they do threesomes. But I'm trying to find it. Okay. Talking about they do threesomes and all of that. So I mean, they pretty much got an open relationship because she was even talking about how when she was on Carisha Please, she was talking about, how they do the threesome, how they start off, I guess, kissing each other and then they move over to, you know, doing whatever they do to the man. So I mean, and then Ari went on to talk about how she would take $700,000 in I guess Dubai for one of those what are they over there in Dubai? Are they Iranians? What are they? Are those Iranians? Um she said she would take $750,000 for them to poop on her. I mean, so this is a woman that'll do anything for money, okay? She was like, you just wipe it out. So, they say they poop all in these girls' mouths and face. So it makes me believe that she's already been going over there because I mean, to just be cool with that. I mean, I would think that people would have some type of self-respect. I mean, that's disgusting within itself. But hey, we definitely see now that these women do anything to be able to finance this fake lifestyle. At this point, Ari is probably more than likely with money bag, just for the look. Okay. What's up, Diane? She's with him. Hey, Carrie. She's with him for the look. I don't really think Ari is studying money bag like that. I kind of believe that Ari is she loves G Herbo. That's what I think. I think that she was really hurt by what happened, G Herbo leaving her for Fabulous, or, stepdaughter or whatever. So at this point, it's just about her bag, and bag don't really have too much going on these days other than stealing from Finesse, getting all, they tied up his stuff so that he can, suck money from that. But other than him putting out music, what has he put out? He basically went quiet after the situation with Young Dolph. They all kind of scattered out a little bit. I ain't really seen him do a whole lot of interviews. He just, he was one of those ones that started kind of moving like Yo Gotti when that situation happened with Young Dolph. Like I said, um, he never passed the smell test to me with his ugly ass. But hey, that stuff with Ari, if she's mad, she might be mad that she was not in it. If they was over there doing something, I think she likes to participate in these threesomes with him. I think she likes to participate in the threesome. So um, hey, that relationship, there's no covenant there. There's nothing. Basically, it's kind of foul to me because anytime I'm trying to figure out how a man could even love a woman that says that she would let somebody shit on her for 700 and something thousand dollars. And the thing that happens is people like Ari, when they're in the media like that, these young girls who don't have any real guidance, does not have anybody teaching them about their self-respect or anything like that, self-esteem, what they look up to people like this and they kind of promote that this stuff is okay. Hey, which is probably, I think that the powers that be kind of promote women like Ari, they fund them so that they can promote that, letting somebody shit in your face and mouth is okay. Girl, just wipe it off. Oh my God, you could forget about something like that. Like that is disgusting. Okay. So hey, so what's he called cheating? I mean, I mean, she's been in the media for cheating. Then they say she was messing around with Lil Baby. Okay, they say she was messing around with Lil Baby. So and then they say she was messing around with what's Cardi B's husband's name? I forget his name. The husband, him. What is it? Offset. So she's been linked to quite a few people allegedly. So, I mean, who, um, I think Moneybag can redeem himself probably if he go get the baby mama and they all do a threesome because Ari likes threesomes. Because I was looking at on her little show when she had G Herbo's fiance, because I think he's gotten engaged to the girl, um, fabulous stepdaughter. She said on the show, on her little cooking show, she said, would you like to go? She said, you know what would make her really mad if me and you had sex. She was like, I mean, would you like to go do that? She said, no, I don't want to do that. She was kissing on Carisha. So, I mean, money, and here's the thing too, money bad. Yeah, you hepatitis. Hepatitis. You talking about somebody poop. That's hepatitis. Oh, but she said wipe it off. And you know what they say? That them folks like to poop in these girls' faces and mouths. But to her, it's okay. But she was sitting up talking about. Carisha asked her, "Would you like to do you eat ASS?" And then she was like, "No, but I thought about it. If a woman will let somebody poop on her, she's definitely eating booty. She just didn't want to say it. Okay, um, it's probably a delicacy to her. Okay, at this point." But maybe Moneybag don't want folks to know that he get his booty. You know, so, I mean, They try to talk about finesse, but I mean, it's Moneybag has been getting injections. Why Moneybag go get injections in his face? Him and Ari look like brother and sister. They go to the same damn doctor. So we already know she play with his butt. If he'll go get injections, he'll do anything. Men don't go get, supposedly they don't go get their faces shot up with silicone. So, child. Anyways, I tell you, but hey, they've been very quiet about it. I reckon Moneybag is not going to say anything. Ari is not going to say anything either. The way he can redeem himself probably is to try to see, as far as Ari is concerned, that the girl would do a threesome, and she probably one of the girls that have been doing threesomes with the man. She got pregnant, so who knows? It's sad these days that women don't consider cheating, a man cheating, if they're if they're all involved together. Like I I don't know what to say. Hey, to each his own, but to me, that's just sad to me. Like, people don't really have any respect really for themselves or their relationships and stuff anymore. I don't know why in the world, okay, somebody would want to bring another person into their relationship. They open up the door for that. I think about Candy Barres. Todd said that Candy preferred the threesomes, and they started having those threesomes very early on in their marriage. If Candy want, to be with a woman, she should just be with one, because they say they feel like that's her preference anyways. But to bring another woman to your husband and then get mad when she rides off in the sunset with him is crazy. You talk about that's a betrayal, but you open up that Pandora's box. People just don't, like I said, just people just don't have any respect for the covenant that they're supposed to have in their relationships anymore. I guess they consider this type of stuff fun, and I don't care who says, "Well, you being judgmental." I don't give a damn. I mean, people need to have more respect for themselves and their relationships, and I know some people say, well, they're gonna go out and cheat anyways. Well, that's on them if they go out and cheat. Don't bring that filthiness, back to me. If you find out, then it's up to you to make a decision on what to do. But I definitely would not. Um, I would never even entertain a man that would even ask me about no threesomes. You know what I mean? I just don't think that they would already know better than to ask me about a threesome. So my aura speaks differently. And so like I said, I don't understand why these people think especially they promote this stuff. They use certain people who will do anything for money. They put them, push them on social media and all of that to promote this type of, you know, sickness. People have really just made sex a god. Um, they've made sex and money a god, and it's so unfortunate that they're doing anything for it, killing, just anything. It is absolutely disgusting. Okay, it is. Some of these women need to have more class about themselves. Whatever happened to class? um and just having some respect for yourself. um I know they say, well, if I don't do it, another woman will. Well, let another woman do it. Have some respect for yourself. Fuck him. If he can't respect you as a woman and that you have standards in class, fuck him. Okay, tell him to get his. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to let people know you're not playing with them. You have to get real vulgar with them. Okay. And I remember a friend of mine had a girl that I had grown up with named Angie. Actually we all grew up in Clementine together. We used to hang out a lot when we got grown. And she lived in a place where a lady lived next door to her. And I remember Angie used to have a lot of fun parties. Okay. She had a lot of fun parties to make money. And we used to go, she would have drinks and she would let a stripper come in, and she'd be selling her condoms and toys and stuff like that. And we all would go support her, right? And we were all, after it was over, we all be sitting around, just kind of talking and having fun. And there was this lady that had lived next door to her, and she was a married woman. And she would sit up and talk about how her husband preferred anal sex. Okay. And she said she didn't like it, but that's what her husband preferred. And so I remember Angie saying, well, shit, why don't you tell him? Because Angie grew up in the hood with us, straight up in Clementine with us. She said, shit, why don't you tell him you don't want to do it? And she was like, well, if I don't do it, he'll just go get another woman and she'll do it. But then, and this is a true story on my daddy's grave. This is a true story. This lady set up and talked about how, first of all, I guess she didn't get the memo that her husband was more than likely under the cover. Okay, because what man would prefer a shithole rather than a vagina? And so, and I don't mean no harm by that either to the gay folks either. I don't mean, I'm not being disrespectful to anybody that's gay. I'm insulting the men that's supposed to be straight. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And so this lady set up and talked about how she had to wear almost like a pad, a depend, because if she sneezed, um she would, her bowels, she couldn't hold her bowels. You know what I'm talking about? And it all goes back to like respect. And like it's a damn shame when you have women that are too afraid. First of all, that would have been suspect to me anyways. Okay. When people don't have such low self-esteem, they don't have standards, and they feel like, well, if I don't do it, another woman will. Well, let another woman do it. Okay. Because sometimes you have to get so, you have to go down to the gutter with these folks. Get your daddy to do it, bitch. Go dig your mammy up hole and tell her to do it. You have to insult them to let them know, bitch, don't play with me. Get your mammy to do it. Okay. But unfortunately, and if you got to talk to a man like that, you don't even need to be with him. Number one. Okay. Because a man that I'm with for real, I would never have to talk to him like that. You know why? Because he would respect me. He already know to respect me. So I would never have to talk to him like that. But it's a darn shame that a lot of so many women that carry power are willing to stoop to such levels. And hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something happened today. I after I left work, I had to go somewhere today. And when I walked in the place, I mean, the guy was nice. He was nice enough. I could tell he thought he was seducing me. I was like, oh Lord, okay. My nerves and stuff and got too bad. I was like, Lord have mercy. And he was like, but it was really nice, and we was holding a conversation. And he ended up walking me, to my car and stuff. And he was nice enough to hold a conversation, and we started getting into some stuff. And he was like, I wanted to, do a business and this and that. I was like, okay, well, you should do it. Go ahead and do it. I like to encourage people. It's like you really gotta. He was like, looking at you, you look mean as hell, but just talking to you, you got a real calm spirit. I said, yeah, I'm a real cool person. I'm a real laid back person. And he was like, I enjoy talking to you. I call you. I was like, yeah, you can call. I don't mind. Because if I don't want to talk, I ain't gonna answer. And so I promise you, like he called immediately. And this was today. And then like within less than an hour of talking on the phone, this guy was talking about all the things that he wanted to do. And then he went into, me and you should do a business together. Y'all know he on blocked on it. So and he maybe didn't mean no harm, but I said it's a damn shame that so many men look to try to look for women that they think may be vulnerable to try and come up off of. Y'all already know he blocked, right? I'm not talking to that clown no more. I ain't even get insulted. I it's a shame when you expect it. I was expecting something because he came on pretty strong. And I was not and he was a nice looking guy. I just was not um what's the word that I'm looking for, y'all? When I wasn't that flattered. But he was cool though, but he's on block now. You that he's lucky I've been on chill mode because he would have got cussed out, but I just been on chill mode. So Miss T, that man's a victim because he has good taste in women. Thank you. Yeah, but he's sitting up talking about we should start a business together. I said, Lord Jesus. This is what it has come to. I told my mama, I said, I really just is this what I got to look forward to? Like, if this is what is out there, I don't want to really be with nobody. Okay, because I'm not getting ready to be with a man that I gotta bring up. I just don't want it. Period. Anyways, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Anyways, child, Moneybag and Ari, they got an open relationship. Okay. And Moneybag want Ari. He he might be. Moneybag want Ari. He was a nice looking man. He was nice looking, but I mean, I just got triggers, and that's one of them. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It turns me on so bad when I see. I'm telling you, it turns me on so bad when I see men doing their own thing and working and having their own stuff. I mean, I don't care what kind of, they could be cutting trees. I was I was at a I was on my way to a case. I was at Cleveland and Poplar one day, and I saw this guy. He must have worked for Memphis like Gas and Water. And a lot of times when the lights go out, the traffic lights, they have to get out there and work on the lights. And he was just this dirty looking. I'm talking about his clothes because he had been up on the pole and stuff. And I was just looking at his swag. I was like, dog, just seeing how he was just at that light, he was came down off that thing, walking back to his truck and getting something out of it. I was just looking, I was like, dog, I know he because my I had family that worked for like gas and water. So I was like, dog, he don't look like nothing, but he sure was turning me on. Okay, because he was out there working hard and I know he making decent money. But then you don't even know what's going on in these folks' background because a lot of men now be looking for women to pay their child support too. So y'all women, you gotta be careful for that too. Cause he might be making a good living, but every dime of it going to somebody else's household. So you have to watch out for that too, child. Miss T, you see the video they was playing Dog Wild Bag was in the club. No, send it to me. Miss Muffin sent it to me. I gotta somehow log back up into my. I'm gonna do it tonight into my Instagram because I ain't got it on my computer right now. So if y'all been trying to reach out to me on Instagram, child, I ain't been up on there. So don't let it hurt your feelings or nothing. I had a TikTok. I guess they hacked it because I can't even find it no more. I don't even know the email address I use. I've been putting in my Real Talk with Tamara name and it don't come up. So I guess somebody done hacked it and took it or something. I don't even know. But I guess I'm gonna have to make me another TikTok or something. What's up, Justice for Dog? Send me that so I can pull it up. Yeah. I be trying to understand like they they used to always say, my aunties and stuff used to always say, don't deal with, street guys. Get you a man with a good job and all of that. And it seemed like, the ones that I'm gonna tell you, the guys in the street took care of me way they were just really good about that. Um and I'm just saying they were just they just were. That's why I know these dudes now they call themselves street dudes. They a bunch of wanksters. They ain't got no damn money. Cause they be looking for women to help them. Um I never knew street guys to try to come up off of. I'm talking about the older ones, you know, the older ones. But now you got these older dudes. Now they ain't yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like it's almost like I'm in a shock because a lot of these dudes that came from my era, like that was born in the 70s and stuff, and they taking on the mentality of these young dudes of wanting looking for some woman, but the women got to be ruining them. I don't know. The women got to be ruining them. That's got to be what it is for it to be so many damn sorry men. That's got to be what it is. And every man is not sorry. The ones that's not sorry is not going to get offended. But I don't know what it is that's going on. But ain't nobody get ready to come in my life and stress me out. He said, I heard cornbread still telling. Oh, so Cornelius is gonna get we'll come back to that conversation. Okay. I'm real chill and laxed and laid back today. We're gonna come back to that conversation. Yeah. Check my Facebook. Okay, let me see. Mm. Okay, y'all, I'm pulling it up now.
wasn't no money. I was in a restaurant. They broke in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like typical bullshit.
Are
You know
you
what I'm saying?
pissed though? Like, do you want it all back?
I really don't give a damn about that shit. Like, I'm too blessed and highly favored. You know what I mean? It's like shit like that, people like that, it's like all of us put together. That's what make the world go around. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a part of you that wants like these people to get caught?
Shit, it's like this. It's like once you do shit, you gotta be able to stand on it, and whatever the consequences is behind that, you got to be ready to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I'm straight. I'm in LA. I'm finna ready to go buy another car. I'm finna ready to go spend some more money on some more jewelry. I'm finna go house shopping. You know what I mean? Like my kids good. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama good. Like everybody good. So
Nothing that you
you know what
can't
I mean?
even feel bad. It's
I
just
really don't give a damn about.
Is that it? Oh, okay. Maybe that's the wrong thing. Oh, this it right here. I was like, where money bag at? Here it is. I got it.
born in the 80s. Mama, she was in the streets, so guess who raised me? You motherfucking right, couldn't get it from my mama, so I got it off the block. Working my own way, but I ain't never punched a clock. 9 years out, I seen a nigga get shot. Damn. Niggas quick to run their mouth when they get jammed. Pussy ass nigga, tell it on it. Talk that shit. I done fuck with these niggas cause they shade. What you say? These bitches think they wanna have my baby. Hey, boy,
Look at him. Look at him. He can't even. He bobbing his head a little bit. He bobbing his head a little bit. I bet he's so ashamed. I bet he's telling God, man, I was so high. I don't even know what they was playing. He probably scared to death because God would be getting mad. They um it says Cypress CMF cowards ain't putting hands on nothing but on Dolph from hiding team. I told y'all that I saw that guy, the boy. I was in Castelia and I saw him. He came right out in front of me. He did. He came. When I saw him, when I turned on that street though, I said that looked like Newski. That looked like, I think I talked about that, right? Um Moneybag bobbing his head to Young Dolph music. They know what they did to him wasn't right. Moneybag was involved in it too. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I want to talk about, Cornelius Smith is supposed to be sentenced. And somebody says, Cypress says that, they're saying that Cornelius Smith is talking. Yeah, I believe that he been talking. And but here's the thing about it, he never hid it. He never hid he never hid that. He never hid that, you know. Cornelius feels like um they really got one over on him, but when you're doing wrong, wrong follows you. But I will say this, Cornelius is the one that was um intoxicated more. Cornelius is the one that did not know Young Dolph. He didn't know Young Dolph. um he was the one that didn't, I truly believe he didn't know him. He didn't have any grudges against him. He had not had any interactions with Young Dolph. It was strictly, he didn't know anything about um Yo Gotti or Big Jook. He didn't know them people. So um it does not minimize what he's done, and he did the very ultimate, and he has a price to pay. But he's definitely the one that didn't have any motives other than money, right? all it was money motivated as it relates to all of them. Let's just make that clear. Um, but he would have been the one that didn't, I think, that truly didn't know any of them, and was actually brought in like he said. So, um, but he's supposed to be sentenced now. As I told y'all before, the word on the street or the word in the court through the halls of the court, and I don't know how they know. Okay, I'm not saying that it's true because I don't, me personally, that wouldn't be no way of anybody knowing what's going to happen with Cornelius as far as his sentencing, other than the judge, right? But I've heard that he's supposed to get a real sweet deal. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just what I've heard. So I guess what we'll have to all do is wait and see. Me personally, I would be surprised if he got less than 30. I could maybe 25, but I would be surprised if he got less than 30. But some people are saying that he's gonna get maybe 20 or less. So he must have been singing like a hummingbird, if that's the truth, child. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he's gonna get 20 or less. I can't see it happening. I really cannot see that happening. But who knows what kind of what has been worked out. See, you can't just, if he gets 20 or less, that means that he has definitely solved some murder. See, you can't just talk to the feds and tell them this and that. You have to solve some stuff. So if he gets 20 or less, it's gonna be some indictments to dropping all types of cold ass cases after a while, in the near future, probably. I guess, with straight drop, okay, he's got his appeal, and it tells me what he done changed his name to Muhammad. He's a Muslim now. He changed his name to Muhammad. Um, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, um, hey, I'm no Muslim, but if Allah can make him a decent man, then hey, I'm all for it. But it ain't. I mean, it ain't gonna help him because straight drop that I don't care what kind of rabbits they try and pull out of their hats and what kind of bullshit they try to put into the atmosphere. It ain't gonna change nothing. He was involved. There's evidence um, of it, and hey, him and Cornelius were the two lowest on the totem pole. I think what Straight Drop should have did was he should have went ahead and did he should have finished what he started. You know, he should have went ahead and finished what he started. But I think at this point it wouldn't be, he can't. You got Yo Gotti taking care of his family. Um, so if Yo Gotti is taking care of his family, what is he gonna do? Tell? you know and his family is at the mercy of Yo Gotti. They know where his family is. They know how to touch him. They know how to get to him because they take care of him. So now I see why he's tried to get everybody else to tell. Okay. But it ain't gonna change his fate. um Now, I was getting ready to say if he told exactly where Howard Barnett is at, it but that ain't gonna help him either. That's probably gonna hurt him even more because from my understanding, they real close to that. I mean, I forgot what A told me today. He said something about the thermometer as it relates to Howard Barnett. And he said that today, the temperature. I forget how it said it. So I don't think they're gonna need him for that. But if he's involved, it's really gonna seal his fate. Okay. If he is involved, you better know he's gonna start talking because they're gonna give him the death penalty. Okay. Anyway, y'all hit that like button. Okay. Make sure you know there's something about that death penalty that get people to talking. If Cornelius can help it, it's gonna be a whole lot of folks get it. If Cornelius can help it, it's gonna be a whole lot of them to get the death penalty. So I wonder if they scared. I wonder if they scared. If they scared, if they did anything around Cornelius, like I've always said, you know, when you a murder, when people are planning murders, they don't just choose anybody. They don't just choose no anybody. It had to be a reason because you don't even know what they own. Like it was a whole lot of dudes that was around. Why would they choose Cornelius? It had to be a reason other than he was just on drugs. Because there's a whole lot of people that's on drugs around that Orange Mound area. I feel like they chose Cornelius because they knew he was capable of it because he had some type of history of doing it. Okay. He ain't no Cornelius is not a choir boy. He was just a little quieter with what he did. Um so yeah. People don't just randomly choose anybody to be involved in an unaliving. Okay. Right. I don't think Cornelius knows anything about Howard either. But he probably knows something about I don't think he knows anything about Howard either. But what I'm saying is I wonder if they're, what all did they do in front of him? um Justice for Dow says no, Cornelius can't solve Howard's case, only Trula and the crew can. I sure would like to know who the crew is. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. I be loving when I wash my hair. Y'all gotta get some of that good shampoo and conditioner. It makes it feel so good when it lathers. And Rose says, Truly all telling, been telling in the Memphis streets. I think with Straight Drops appeal, it could take up to 6 months for a decision. If I'm not mistaken, it could take up to 6 months. Cypress full of the devil tonight. Anyways, y'all, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't reschedule it. When is Trayon's trial? When is Trayon Ingram's trial? It's weird because the rumor is that Straight Drop was actually the one with Trayon, that committed that unaliving of Miss Anita. Um, what was her name? Miss Anita Baker? Was it Baker? The lady in Covington, Miss Anita Wilson. I don't know where I get Baker from. Um, allegedly it was Straight Drop. I don't know if how true that is. I do know that it's weird that the way they doing it, and they have not, um, said anything else about the person that was with him. So when they real quiet, that's I wonder how you. He says the crew, Hot Rod, his right hand man, Mr. Real Estate, Govan, Evelyn, Ian, Lance, Curtis. Oh Lord, I don't know none of those people. Well, two of them. Well, I don't know Govan, but I heard of him. Are you Mr. Ian? Um, Curtis. uh, yeah, Anita Wilson. Okay, so they're saying Cornelius gets sentenced March the 30th, supposedly, and Trayon gets his trial starts March the 31st. I don't know why they keep pushing Trayon's trial off. That's weird. Yeah, I love it when I give my little babies their shower. Not their shower, but their bath. I put them in their little tub and put their lavender stuff on them. It smells so good. And have their coat so shiny. It's good you don't know them. Nothing good comes from that shit. Mm. The truth must not be in here tonight because he normally jumps out the bushes. maybe the truth on the road with maybe the truth is on the road with speaking at maybe the truth is on the road speaking at jails. Maybe the truth is probably on the road speaking at jails with Charleston White. Um he says Cypress, I don't give a F if they want their name dropped or not. I do what I want. The truth is probably traveling. Hmm. um says Emerald's correct, but his loyalty was always to D Money. They never talk about their relationship. He says Trayon was very close to D Money and Gino. D'Angelo says, I'm really the truth. According to Tasha Mack, D Money had his own gang, supposedly. I thought they said G Money or D Money was the one that created True Mafia along with Devin Burns. That's what Quest said. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. It's funny because my puppy's birthdays is coming up. They was born on March the 30th. And I went through hell delivering them puppies. I remember one of them came out and he was not moving at all. And I thought about I had that, that sucker that you have when to suck the snot out of the baby, I forget what it's called. We've all had them for our babies. And it was like sometimes it's something getting their passageway and you need that to suck it out of their throat. And one of them came out, he was just laying there and he was not moving. And she was licking him and he was not moving. And I took that thing and started sucking, I guess trying to suck whatever out of his throat. He started saying, he said, I was like, oh my God, he came on back to life. I know. I be talking about everything, y'all. Y'all know how I am. I wish I had a cash out. Miss T is nothing but your voice, I believe. Well, we're gonna pray for somebody to give you some money to send me a cash app. Cause it's about time for me to go to the grocery store again and get me some salmon and some red snapper. 9B says I ate noodles with no with no packet. Oh my God. I made a big thing of chicken noodle soup, homemade chicken noodle soup. That chicken, I bought a whole chicken and it was just cooked to perfection. Like it's seasoned so good. I'm gonna eat some tonight before I go to bed. It was so good. Yeah, Moneybag was feeling that dog. Now he gonna be mad because now he gotta explain to Gotti why he was bobbing to Young Dolph. Moneybag wanted to be Dolph so bad, but he can't be Dolph. He stayed too broke. The process service be tracing him down too bad to to try to get him to pay his bills. No, I haven't. Oh, y'all, they said Sugar got out of jail last night. Lord, she done been released from one prison and she going back to the main. She going back to the big house, the big prison. She going back to the big house. She looked better when she was in jail. If Finesse 2 times eating noodles with no season, he down bad. It think oh God, it's gotten to that. Uh-huh. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. You all, we are in a war. And it is, you know what? I just really, really, really started paying attention. I'm gonna tell y'all something that happened, and I found it really weird, and it could just be me. Um, so y'all know that two people supposedly, y'all, did they ever find a man in the Wolf Chase River? I believe it was Sunday. A man jumped into the Mississippi and another man jumped into the Wolf Chase. And I think the everybody already know, like, when you get into jump into these rivers, it ain't no swimming. It ain't no swimming or nothing. You ain't gonna come out. So I mean, you already know, unless you're trying to commit the sewer to the side, what's gonna go on. So I think in these times, especially with this war going on, we got to be careful, because I think a way for them to, fight back, they have a lot of people that is in living in the United States, and they're willing, even though they're in the United States, their loyalty is to their country, and so they don't have no issues with dying with it for what they call a cause. We have to be very careful. I just found it really weird. A man jump into the Wolf River talking about swimming, one jump in the Mississippi River downtown. And then, like I said, I think one of the things that they will start doing is trying to affect the water. And you already know you're going to die, but I mean, they don't care about dying as long as they do what they feel like they're, because, I guess they feel like when they die, they're going to will get their 10 virgins. What did they say? What did they say they get when they die? 10 virgins. Am I saying the right virgins? And some gold. Yeah, what did they say that what did the Arabs say they feel like they're gonna get when they pass on? Is it 10 virgins and some gold? Hell, they can get 10. So that lets you know, because it's not it's sad that so many countries are, they have people in their countries that are pedophiles, because it's not very many. I don't know any woman that they're gonna find that's a virgin. So that means they gotta feel like they're gonna get them some little girls. They said you can't kill you for Allah, but they killing in the name of Allah. That's messed up. Some flights are canceled. I wouldn't recommend anybody getting on flights or going out the country. I don't recommend that, but people risk it anyways. I would be so scared to get on a flight and definitely go out of the country. I was looking at Cold Figure, and somebody was saying that a commentator was saying that if this war is not finished in a couple weeks, the United States Army is going to run out of weapons. And that may be their strategy. I think they thought that Iran was just going to roll over. It's not happening the way that they thought that it would happen. It's not happening the way that they thought that it would happen already. My dad used to always say that that young men have to go off and die for wars that old men start. And it's always been true. Old rich men start wars that young men have to go and fight and die for. And that's a damn shame. Because what are they fighting for now? Oil? They still fighting for some oil. They said Iran is already taking their prices up of oil, what, and energy. So the prices that they said that they're fighting back, they're already taking the prices and stuff up. It's not, I don't know why they will always, United States always want to take over other countries. And then they get to talking about, well, those Arabic countries, they look at how they treat their women. The women don't want to, a lot of those women over there, they don't want to be liberated. Why don't America do something about how women are treated in the United States? Shit. Why don't they start there? Those women over there don't want to be liberated. That's their culture. I mean, they do women disgusting. They have always done women disgusting in those Arabic countries. But you see a lot of women fighting against being Americanized. So the way the women are done in the United States is just as bad. So I think the United States, instead of sending young men off to die, they need to, if they want to fight for some women, they need to fight for the American women, some women that really want to be liberated and protected while being liberated. But yes, I saw that. If they don't have on there, what is it called? Heber. What's the thing? What is it called? A Heber that they wear around their head. If they don't have their Heber on, is it called a Heber? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. A jihad or something. Um, 9 Beat says women in America have every first world luxury you can think of. I'm gonna give me one chocolate so I can wrap my head up. I do. I wanna get me one because I like them. They are I love them. What's up, the Alabama hitter? What do they call he hops? What do they call he have? He jab. I'm gonna give me a he jab. Chocolate says I've been to Dubai. Absolutely. Yeah, they said Dubai is so beautiful. Um Iran is the bully of the Middle East. No one likes them. They don't have 100% body cover. They pay up to 10K in penalties. Hold on, let me see. and can never leave the country again. They said Iran is the bully of the Middle East. No one likes them. So, how many allies does the Americans supposedly have fighting with them? Do the Americans have any allies, real allies in this war? What's up, the hitter? Does America have any real allies in this war? Google penalties for Iranian women is shocking. I used to date one girl that escaped Iran. Stuff she showed me is, well, I mean, yeah. He says USA is allied with Israel against Iran. Listen, they said Iran got weapons of mass destruction that's way more sophisticated than what the United States thought. And you heard that man get on there, that Iranian man saying, he kept saying, death to America, death to America. And see, the American people, see, what, so what are they going to do about the people that are in the United States that that are extremists? Because it's extremists in the US. I think that flights should be canceled. Train, I don't think that, because I don't think they're going to strike the same way twice. So people need to be careful about getting on the train, getting on the buses. Oh my God, I pray for the schools in the mighty name of Jesus. Oh, all the workplaces, the churches. Yeah, we're gonna have to pray too. We're gonna pray before we get off of here tonight too. Iran got no weapons of mass destruction. They didn't finish their nuclear bomb yet, but they promised to drop nukes on Iran the first day they complete the bomb. Chocolate says, I have a video that said they're going to hit US by attacking out power grids. Chocolate, send me that. Send me that video so I can play it. If you got it. He said the US is the Ric Flair of war. We would never show our full hand. So y'all, I'm trying to understand, why did this war happen? What is the reason for the war? Yeah, why did this war happen? It's because of oil, isn't it? A lot of people are saying that it's a distraction for the Epstein files. That's messed up. Since there are nuclear warheads 20 miles outside of my hometown, armed and aimed at the sky this very moment. Here's the thing, like I said, those people don't care about dying. It started from a long history of conflict between Iran and Israel, basically, and USA got involved because their positive history with Israel and them behind the scenes weirdos. Okay. You don't see nothing. Hold on, I'm trying to figure. Oh, he said check my IG inbox. Let me see. I'm gonna have to log into IG. Be quiet. Can somebody send it to me on Facebook? Because I ain't logged into IG. Hold on. Remy, why is you making that noise? Can y'all send it to me on Facebook? I'm not logged into IG. Hold on, y'all. Oh wow. Hold on, you all. It says military veteran Keita Rose issuing a warning to women being deployed to the Middle East to support the U.S. Israeli operation in Iran. Oh, Lord, take care of them. Lord, please take care of them. Let's see what she's saying. She warned women to buddy up with other women in the army forces because a lot of women get sexually assaulted in the military. Keita urged women who are, what's that, essayed to write down names of their attacker. Hold on. And the people who were around at the time. Do not run to the first female sergeant or female commander that you see because they are not girls. Keita said women who are sexually assaulted in the military should wait until after they return home from deployment to report the assault. She also suggested going to therapy because the therapy notes will be used as evidence. Only to only to give hope, I am one of the senior officers of my deployment. My command team and staff really are upstanding people with integrity. They do put belt to ass for bad behavior, and I will stand on business when I say we will clear the room for each other. I know it's crazy, and I cannot speak for anyone else. Ladies, please use Battle Buddy system in a minimum of 4, even if it's just to go to the bathroom. 2 just isn't enough. Praying for all my people. Oh my God. So they're saying that the soldiers over there are sexually assaulting women, and you gotta buddy up with other women just to go to the restroom. Um, hold on, let me see. I don't know why Instagram won't. Hold on. Hold on, you all. Is it Big T Wolf? Let's see, the world is shifting. I think I found it.
Hormuz. Well, I live in Puerto Rico, and I just witnessed all the Venezuela stuff firsthand. The U.S. military is about to strike Iran. It could be as early as Saturday, and nobody's talking about what that means for you. Here's what they're not telling you. 20% of the world's oil moves through one single choke point, the Strait of Hormuz. Iran just partially closed it for military drills with Russia. If that strait gets disrupted, oil's not going through. And that's not going to be just like a 10% increase. Analysts are saying that that could make oil hit $130 a barrel, which is at least $4 gas overnight. But here's the part that should keep you up tonight. See, I spent years in terrorism infrastructure protection with the Department of Defense. Iran, they don't need to send a missile to our cities. They can hit our power grid, our water systems, and our financial system with a cyber attack from a basement in Tehran. Your groceries, your water, your gas, your electricity, it's all connected to what happens over 7,000 miles away from here. The question isn't, is something going to happen? It's when. And the next question that you ought to be thinking about is when it does, are you ready? Like this video so you see tomorrow's video, because tomorrow I'm going to be breaking down the 3 things that you need to get ready this week so your family is ready for a crisis.
Oh my God. Oh, hold on, y'all.
Here's the main difference in how a beginner gets ready for this and how a pro gets ready for this. Now that the news is broke, beginners are going to panic and they're going to run to Walmart and try and buy all the bottled water they can get their hands on. But meanwhile, a pro has already got 30 days of water stored, and they have a water filtration device that works even when the power doesn't. Number 2, a beginner has a quarter tank of gas in their vehicles and they just hope for the best. Meanwhile, a pro keeps all of their tanks full and has several extra jerry cans or gas tanks full of additional fuel in case things get bad and the generator has to kick on. Number 3, a beginner doesn't have the ability to cook and heat their home without power. A pro already has multiple ways to stay warm and cook their food without power. And there's a bonus tip. Having an emergency sleeping system for all of your family, that'll make sure you can get yourself out of a pinch if things get really dicey. See, here's what most people are missing out on. Oil just hit a 6-month high, and gold has broken out well over $5,000. The USS Gerald Ford is heading into position right now, and the window to prepare is not going to last long with the strike already underway. Get your family ready today. Stay sovereign, friends. Well, a few days ago, I told you any day now we're going to strike Iran.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I could be being paranoid, but that's the reason why when I heard those 2 men jumped in the water. Now one of them was found dead, but like I said, they don't have issues. Why would they go jump 2 men on the same day jump into some water, the Mississippi River and the Wolf River in the Memphis area? I mean, they knew they weren't going to survive, but I mean, why would they do it? Either it was suicide to the side, or they jumped in there for a reason. It's just something weird about that to me. Because what they're gonna do is, like he said, start attacking us through like the food. Look at what China did with COVID. So we have to be very, very careful. We got to stay prayed up. And I really, really, my heart goes out to those young soldiers. And I know that that's what they signed up for, but they really don't. I mean, who wants to go to war? I mean, they do it for the benefits and stuff, but who really wants to go to war? And die about some damn oil and shit. And who knows what else that ain't worth it. And that's so true. The war is for the elites to make money. So the rich are going to get richer, and we'll be left to suffer the consequences of everything being made higher. You know, the cost of everything going up. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so this man right here. This man right here has already let it be known what they're gonna do.
Iranian ambassador calling it a war crime. And we do have team coverage tonight of this story. Our own Ross Ketchke live with reaction from lawmakers in Washington.
But first, we head to Local 10's Aaron Mabin live at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, hey there, JC and Sanella. We are here at Mar-a-Lago tonight because the White House said sending shockwaves across the Middle East.
We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
Tonight, Iran promising crushing retaliation. Iranian state media saying upwards of 100 students killed in a strike on a girls' school. This video showing an urgent rush to find survivors in the rubble. This is drone video from Israel Defense Forces showing a missile strike in western Iran. President Trump explaining why this assault and why now.
They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
The president calling the Iranian government a radical dictatorship. This satellite imagery showing smoke coming from the compound of Iran's supreme leader. Trump preparing the American people for the worst.
And I do not make this statement lightly. The Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future. And it is a noble mission.
And we're going to have to pay prices, maybe heavy prices.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying Israel and the United States coordinated the attack in order to destroy the Iranian regime. The IDF says it intercepted most Iranian missiles. Still, the government declared a state of emergency and ordered all civilians to shelter in place. This map shows just how many U.S. military bases there are in the Middle East region, 23 of them all on alert tonight. The president calling the Iranian people to action.
When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
And outside Mar-a-Lago Saturday, Ramtin Goldring pleased with the president's announcement.
Oh, I just came here to say, Mr. President, thank you very much. You saved lots of people in Iran.
And tonight, Iran state media says the supreme leader was inside of his office when he was killed. President Trump has signaled that more bombings will likely be coming this week. We're live near Mar-a-Lago. Aaron Maben, Local 10 News.
Yeah, we definitely got to pray. Really for all of us, like for safety. Um, oh, woo. Ron says that a girls' school was hit. This is the last word that would ever be out on this planet. This is the one that will wipe the slate clean and put everybody on an even playing field. So you think it's gonna wipe everybody out? Hmm. This only Congress can make the decision to go to war. This was direct violation of the Constitution. Mhm. Mhm. Oh,
Now, the U.S. and Israel launching a joint assault on at least 9 cities in Iran. The U.S. launching fighter jets, missiles, and drones after a massive U.S. military buildup across the region. Smoke and flames across Tehran tonight, airstrikes hitting multiple targets, including the Supreme Leader's compound. Iran also claiming a girls' school was hit, the U.S. investigating those claims tonight. The 86-year-old Ayatollah Ali Khamenei served as Supreme Leader since 1989. The leader of Iran for 35 years. In Iran tonight, the Supreme National Security Council warning the, quote, shameless Americans will regret their actions. Iran retaliating against the U.S., Israel, and multiple Arab nations. An Iranian missile hitting near the U.S. Navy base in Bahrain. An Iranian drone striking a hotel in Dubai, a large fire burning at the entrance. The United Arab Emirates reporting one person was killed by falling debris. In Israel at this hour, they report one person dead from Iranian attacks, more than 20 injured. Several Iranian missiles have been intercepted. Tonight, the White House now releasing photos showing President Trump and his team monitoring the operation at Mar-a-Lago. The president late today saying, quote, a lot of the leadership is largely gone, and, quote, much of their important areas militarily and otherwise have been absolutely destroyed. Our Rachel Scott was on the phone with the president as he was meeting with his generals, and she asked who leads Iran next. How the president answered. We have team coverage tonight. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell leading us off from the region tonight.
Tonight, the stunning announcement from President Trump. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead, believed to have been killed in that massive US and Israeli attack on Iran today. President Trump posting late today, Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. Satellite imagery showing extensive damage to the Supreme Leader's compound, buildings leveled, smoke billowing from the scene. Video posted online showing celebrations in Iran after news Khamenei had been killed. The 86-year-old cleric had served as Iran's supreme leader since 1989. President Trump telling our Rachel Scott he believes many of Iran's top leaders were also killed. Israel saying just hours ago that it would continue to target the regime until it's been eliminated. In the early morning hours today, President Trump releasing this 8-minute pre-recorded message laying out his case for war.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
Waves of explosions rocking Tehran for hours. Screams of horror in the street, cars and buildings in flames. The White House releasing images of the president monitoring the strikes in real time. A source telling ABC News the joint US-Israeli strike was meticulously planned for months and is expected to last days. The brazen daylight assault, dubbed Operation Epic Fury, beginning at 9:45 a.m. local time. US and Israeli fighter jets involved, as Navy warships fired Tomahawk cruise missiles. At least 9 cities in Iran targeted. The Pentagon launching new US one-way drones for the first time in combat, striking command and control facilities of Iran's Revolutionary Guard, defense systems, missile launchers and naval bases. Iran's retaliation swift and sweeping. Israeli air defense intercepting a barrage of Iranian missiles over Tel Aviv, some still getting through. We were preparing to go on air when another attack came in.
The air raid siren has just gone off once again. It's been going all day. Already we're seeing the signs of what looks like air defense going up into the sky to try and intercept incoming Iranian missiles. All day long, they haven't stopped coming.
Iran also targeting at least 4 US bases in the region. Dramatic verified videos circulating online showing those strikes, from Jordan to this US naval base in Bahrain, where 3,200 Americans are stationed. Not far from there, a drone blasting this residential building in Bahrain. Harrowing videos showing the moment that drone came crashing in. People inside taking cover. Iran targeting Dubai too, this luxury hotel up in flames. And in Qatar, people running for their lives. Our Marcus Moore in Doha.
You can see the air defense interceptors going into the air in those bright flashes of orange, and you can also hear the loud booms. This is what we've been hearing in Doha all day.
I don't know how those reporters go over there.
The president with a sobering warning to the American people, U.S. lives may be lost.
The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future.
Tonight, Iran saying more than 1,000 people were killed or wounded. Iranian state media claiming an airstrike on a girls' school in the southern city of Minab left dozens dead. The U.S. now investigating, working to verify that report, saying it would never deliberately attack civilians. President Trump tonight making a direct appeal to the Iranian people. Seize this moment and topple the regime.
To the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
So let's get right to Ian Panel with us live tonight from Tel Aviv. Ian, you and I were on the air earlier when it was confirmed the Supreme Leader was dead. You were in an air raid bunker earlier, now back on the roof I see tonight. President Trump obviously confirming Iran's Supreme Leader killed in this U.S.-Israeli attack. But to be clear tonight, the U.S. saying this operation is ongoing and so far no word of any U.S. casualties.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think for Iran, its future plunged into uncertainty. As you say, the US says no US service members have been injured, but this assault is still underway tonight, with Iran continuing to retaliate and officials warning this war could last for days. David.
Ian Pannell leading us off from the region tonight. Ian, thank you.
Yeah, this is it's sad. It really is. It's really the only thing I could say is like even with us, we have to be careful because they are not hiding it. You know, that's what they've been saying. He said people don't understand the president will not leave the White House. Even though he cannot legally run again. It would be total chaos if they try to remove him. You know, already American soldiers, young American soldiers have lost their lives. So, I mean, it's sad, you know, it really is. And we don't really truly know what this war is about. America has always been really bad about joining into wars with everybody else, you know, to help everybody else. You know, and I don't like the, you know, I don't like the way that the Arabic women are treated. I don't. But I think America needs to sweep around their own front door first. You know, we got homeless people, but they spend money for wars. People that have fought for this country that are shell shocked, that go hungry every single day. We have women that are violated daily, hundreds of thousands of women. America needs to get their house straight first before they go jumping into everybody else's wars. But they've always done that because, as I always say, what they're fussing about and what they're mad about, there's always another agenda. Always. Mm-hmm. It's sad. It really is. I'm gonna say a prayer before I get off of here because I'm getting tired. So once I wash my head and stuff, I got really tired. Most gracious Father, I come to you right now in the mighty name of Jesus. First, God, I ask that you forgive us of all of our sins, all the seen and unseen, all the known and unknown. Dear Lord, I just ask that you protect each and every one of us. Protect our soldiers that are on the front line. Lord, I ask that you allow this war to cease amicably. I understand that blood has been drawn and we don't know what to expect, but I ask that you send the warring angels around us to protect us each and every day. We don't know how these people are going to strike back, but God, I ask that you be with us. Those soldiers that have lost their lives because of these wars that have been started, I ask that you be with their families, be with those ones that have not lost their lives so that they can get back home to their families. Any attacks that they try and raise up on the American people, God, I ask that you just step in and step in and cease it. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Y'all, I got to get off of here. I'm tired, but I love you all. I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back on again tomorrow night, okay? You all have a good night. I love you. I'll talk with you later.